Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to be back. I know it's been 2 weeks that I have not been doing my channel, and honestly it's just because I have allowed myself to get involved and knew she was gonna do this. Hold on. Snoop Dogg, this is my BFF of like 11 years. This is my best friend ever, but she has to get kicked out now because she is center of attention and she will steal the show. So one of the things that I've really just been struggling with the last couple weeks is I'm a multi-passionate, purpose-driven person, and it's really hard for me to, like, you hear people say you need to niche down or just focus on one thing, and I am so many things. So I'm not just one thing. It's really hard for me to literally struggle, or not struggle, it's really hard for me to focus on just one thing when there's so many things that I'm passionate about. Obviously I really do love nutrition. I mean, I have my juice right here. I'm always drinking my juices. I'm very passionate about it. I created a whole business around it. I am very passionate about it, and I love sharing recipes, and I'm very, I love plant-based recipes as well. Like, I'm very health driven, but I'm also very business driven. I'm also very life driven. And so it's really hard for me to just do one thing, because then I feel like I am, how do I put it? I feel like I'm depriving what I'm, like, my other things that I'm so passionate about. So if I know that I'm passionate about, nutrition and business and life and being a mom, it's really hard for me to say, okay, well, on this channel or in my businesses, I can only do these things, because actually it all intertwines. So while nutrition's important, it's also very important for me to operate my best for running a business. If I'm very business driven, then, I also love learning a lot of things, and those business strategies also help me in my life, because it allows me to create balance and boundaries as well. The other thing, I always love deeper connection, life connections. How can we evolve? How can we be our best selves? So these are all the things that I'm super, super passionate about. And so I went through like 2 weeks of like trying to figure out exactly what I wanted my channel to be, and really what direction am I moving in? And I decided, you know what, I am not going to just be one thing, and I'm not going to deprive all my other passions either. And I know that this is something that business people tend to really struggle with, because especially like if you're someone who wants to start a business, or you're wanting to start a Instagram or a YouTube channel, and you're trying to figure out what is it that you want to do, because you have so many things that you're passionate about. Trust me, I get it. I've been there. I've struggled with this for years. And I think that's why I never tried different business ideas, or I had business ideas and I would never follow through with them, because I'm like, yeah, I'm passionate about this today, but tomorrow I'm going to be passionate about this. And that's something that I do quite a bit. Like, so in these last 2 weeks, I have gone through many obstacles of trying to get down to the root of, okay, what is it that I'm here to do? What is it that I'm here? How am I here to serve? And how can I show up in the best way possible? And the best way for me to do that was to make this channel of all those things that I love. I love business, I love wellness, and I love being a mom. So these are all the things that I have decided that this is what this channel is going to be. So yes, I'm going to have recipes, and yes, I'm going to have business tips and tricks, and especially for those who are growing an online business, because that's currently what I am doing right now. And so I definitely want to help in any way, shape, or form. And then of course, I'm a mompreneur. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I am a mom who is an entrepreneur, and that within itself is many jobs. So I'm going to share all of that. I'm going to share that journey, because it's super important that we allow ourselves to express ourselves to the fullest capabilities that we have. And that's exactly what I want to do here with this channel. And I hope that it also gives you the freedom to do that, because I've done courses, I have gone through the whole like shindig of trying to figure out how to niche down to just one thing. So one of the tips I wanted to share about this is if you are struggling with this, if you're struggling with how to brand yourself and how to put yourself out there, I really would think of 3 to 4 tops things that you are really passionate about, that you can talk a lot about, and that you really do want to share with people. And that's how I would be niched down. I'd be super niched on those things that you are super passionate about, and those are the things that you want to share, because it will make your life so much easier. And so this is, again, make a list of all the things that you are super passionate about. So if it's plants, if it's fitness, you know, what are those things that, if it's recipes, write it all down. And like, and not even just write 3 or 4 things down, write all the things down, and then see which ones do you think, okay, I don't need to share about this, like it's not like my number one passion. Write the list down of all the things that you're super passionate about and how you feel like this could serve, or maybe connect with other people so you can help them in some type of way. So that's what I do. You know, start sharing that of yourself. And of course, by putting yourself out there, it's extremely vulnerable. So, you know, like I said, right now I'm super focused on online business. So that's, I'm really focused on still wellness, because I still drink juices daily. I still eat healthy, and I find that to be extremely essential to my well-being. And again, like I said, I'm a mompreneur, so I want to connect with other people who are also moms, who are maybe they're running businesses or starting businesses and everything else, because that is like, it's also awesome to connect with other people, and you can find how to balance your life and everything else. So whatever it is that you're wanting to do in your life, it is perfectly fine. But, and again, share it. People, I mean, we're people, like, you know, we all have different, you know, likes and interests, and people love that. I know plenty of people who are obsessed with plants, and truthfully, I think plants are awesome. So who do you think that I go watch? Because I want to know more about plants. So it's really cool to listen to people's passions and think about it. When you're listening to someone who's passionate about what they're talking about, you're so engaged with them, you want to know more, because that energy that they have is like feeding to you, and you're like, and it's like fueling you, it's making you passionate about things. So it's really important that we show up for ourselves and all of ourselves, and not feel like we have to deprive who we are, and that we only have to be one thing, because you do not have to be just one thing. It's okay to have multiple passions. It's okay to share that. And I just notice a lot, like being in business and everything else, like you get this whole identity of like, that's all you are. Like for the, like, I felt so trapped, and all I did was juice. Like that was very trapping for me. And for the type of free-spirited individual I am, you put me in a box and I'm just gonna bust out of that box, and I don't want nothing to do with that box anymore. So I had to find ways to allow all of myself to express, and that's kind of why I took 2 weeks off from YouTube, because I didn't know exactly how to intertwine my loves of multiple things, because I didn't want to have 5 YouTube channels either, you know. So I was like, well, is there a way for all my happy little passions to coexist peacefully? Is there a way for me to balance that? And of course there is. And so that's what I'm actually going to be doing with this channel, is I am going to be sharing a little bit more. So it won't just be juicing, it won't just be recipes, it will be, you know, some sit down talks like this, you know, sharing something that I think could help you, especially if you are interested in starting an online business, or you're just wanting to start something in general, whatever it is that you might be passionate about. I want to help you figure out how to do that. And again, like I said, mom life, you know, let's talk about that. That is challenging. Like, I think any parent is a superhuman. So you know, and there's ways of balancing that. Like for me, being a businesswoman, but also being a parent, that's a balancing act that I have not been good at, by the way, but I'm learning, and I'm learning systems to like how to manage that, how to better manage my time, and how to learn to truly shut off when, okay, it's time to stop working, it's time to stop working, and it's time to be super focused. So that's what I plan to do with this channel. I plan to allow it to be multiple things, not just one, because that doesn't feel good to me and that doesn't feel like it's in alignment with me. So I hope that that's okay with you guys. And like I said, it's, you know, I want everyone to live their life to the fullest, and I want them to be the healthiest, happiest version of themselves. And sometimes that means you have to allow yourself to expand and grow in order to do that. And so that's what I wanted to share with this video today. Oh yeah, the other thing is I'm actually going to be changing my time. So because of my work schedule during the week, it's really hard for me to do a Sunday upload because I work all week. So then by the time that I really have time to work on a video, it's the weekend. And then by the time that it needs to go up, I'm still normally editing. So I'm actually going to be changing my times till Tuesday, because Tuesdays just seem to work better for me. I really will, because like I said, I have the weekend to, you know, record a video, get it uploaded and everything else. But again, I'm also going to be batch contenting, meaning I'm going to be making up a whole bunch of videos at one time. So then I just schedule them out, and then I don't have to worry about recording day of or the day before to get a video out, because that is just a headache. So I'm not going to be doing that anymore. Same thing with anything that I do. I am scheduling in advance, so then it's just smooth sailing. That's the goal. So yeah, that is this video. I don't want it to be super long, so give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you know when I do post a video, and we will start seeing you on Tuesdays. I plan to have videos up every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have an awesome week, an awesome day, and I will see you next Tuesday.